You can feel completely exhausted and still be unable to fall asleep. Your body is tired, but your system refuses to settle. Here's the important question. Why does that happen? Why would a body that clearly needs rest remain alert instead of switching into sleep? Most people, they assume that the explanation is simple. They think that the brain is just too active, or they believe they are thinking too much. But the real explanation is not about thinking, it's about state. Your nervous system operates in different biological states. Some states are designed for activity and performance. Others are designed for rest and recovery. Sleep only happens when the system moves fully into a recovery state. But sometimes that transition never happens. And when it doesn't, the body remains stuck in a very specific condition. A condition researchers call hyperarousal. Hyperarousal simply means the nervous system is still running in a subtle form of alert mode. Not panic, not anxiety, but a low-level biological readiness. The system is still scanning, still monitoring, still prepared to respond, even if nothing dangerous is actually happening. From the outside, everything may look normal. They perform well, they stay productive, they push through fatigue, but inside the nervous system, something else may be happening. The system stays slightly activated for long periods of time, which means when night arrives, the body cannot immediately shift into recovery. Imagine driving a car all day in high gear. The engine keeps running, the system stays warm. The moment you stop driving, the engine doesn't instantly cools down. It takes time. Your nervous system works in a similar way. During the day, your brain constantly evaluates the environment. Deadlines, messages, conversations, decisions. Even small things like checking notifications, they can trigger activation signals in the brain. None of these signals seem dramatic on their own, but together they keep the system slightly activated. So when evening arrives, your body may feel exhausted, but the underlying biological state is still in alert. And this is hyperarousal. And it changes how sleep works. Because sleep doesn't simply happen when you are tired. Sleep happens when the nervous system detects enough safety to disengage. And if that safety signal is weak, the system remains partially active, even if you desperately want to sleep. And this is why many people, they describe the same symptoms, or they believe they are thinking too much. They lie in bed, but their mind keeps processing. Thoughts continue moving. Small tensions, they remain in the body. Breathing stays shallow. The nervous system is not panicking, but it is also not fully relaxing. It is hovering between two states. Not fully awake, not fully asleep. Hyperarousal also explains something else that surprises many people. Why some individuals, they feel tired all day, yet become more alert at night. During the day, fatigue accumulates. But fatigue alone does not shut down the nervous system. Nope. In fact, prolonged activation can create a strange contradiction. The body becomes exhausted, but the system remains activated. And this creates the experience that people often describe as, I'm exhausted, but I can't switch off. And this is why traditional sleep advice often fails. Many solutions, they only focus on behavior. Go to bed earlier, avoid caffeine, reduce screen time. Those strategies can help, for sure, but they often miss the deeper mechanism. If the nervous system remains in a state of hyperarousal, simply laying in bed earlier does not change that state. You may spend more time in bed, yes, but the biological condition required for sleep maybe still be missing. Understanding hyperarousal changes how we look at sleep problems. Instead of asking, how do I force myself to sleep? The better question becomes, what is keeping my nervous system in alert mode? Because once that alert mode begins to decrease, sleep often returns much more naturally. But one thing is important to understand right now. Hyperarousal is not a personal weakness. It's not a failure of discipline. And it does not mean your body is broken. It simply means that your nervous system has remained in a state designed for protection and performance. A state that is very useful during the day, but becomes problematic when it continues into the night. The good news is that once you understand this state, you can begin changing the condition that maintain it. And when the nervous system starts feeling safer again, sleep becomes far less complicated. If this pattern feels familiar, don't focus only on forcing sleep. Start paying attention to the state your nervous system stays in during the day. That's where real recovery often begins. And if you want a deeper step-by-step breakdown, the full course is available below.